Okay, guys, here is the other review. It's got a few different questions on it, but I'll probably just do the whole thing just to double it up. All right, so question one. What is happening from point D to point A? This part right here. Now, you need to be careful because says it's the speed of a skier. So while time moves on, his speed drops to the point here where he's got zero speed. So this has to be A. C to D, right here. C to D. You will notice that as time moves on, his speed goes neither up nor down. His speed stays the same, which means he must be B, traveling at a constant speed. Now remember, on a distance time graph, that would be stopped, but this is speed and time. What happened at point B, right here? What happened there? Well, you can see that on the way up to point B, speed was increasing. At B, he's going as fast as he could possibly go. So it is C, maximum speed. And finally, what happens to the skier from the start of the graph to point B? Well, when he starts, that is all of this. When he starts, he's got no speed. His speed gets faster and faster and faster and faster and faster and faster. Now he's at top speed. So it is D. Because he is increasing at a constant rate. Why is it constant? Because it's a straight line. And then he starts to slow down a little. Which of the following is a linear relation? What does that mean? That means x and y change at a constant rate. Constant rate. So, let's check this first one. -2, -7. Now what does that mean? Well, if it was -2 and -7, then it would be -1 and -3.5, right? So this one went down by -3. So this would have to go down by -10.5, which it did. This went down by -1, so this would have to go down by 3.5, which it did. So A is linear. Okay, back to business. Check this one. -2 plus 12. So that means it was -1 and +6, yes? So I check here. I went -3. So this would have to be -18. It's not, so C is not linear. B, -2 plus 6, which means -1 plus 3. This one is -3, so this would have to be +9, and it is. Then we check this one, -1 plus 3. So B is linear. Then we check, look at our answers. A and B is the only one that works. I don't even need to check D because it wasn't an option. Number 6. Non-linear. So now, notice it's the exact same numbers. So it has to be C and D, because you know C and D are nonlinear. Number 7, total cost of a taxi ride. $5 plus 75 cents for every 0.5 of a kilometer. Which one of these is it? Well, first of all, I got to check. Is this going to be linear? Yes, because there is no exponents. So since it's going to be linear, it can't be that one, because that's a curve. Let's check this one. Can it be this one? Can my cost ever be negative? No, because I got to pay for the taxi cab, so it can't be that one. Now, it costs $5 plus. So what is the least it's going to cost me? $5. So when I've traveled no distance, it's got to cost $5. 5, 0 distance, it has to be A. Number 8, what is the domain? Hey, Mr. Whitman.
Stopped in yesterday.
Okay, guys, back to it. Sorry about that. Domain is only x's. 3, 5, 7, 9. 3, 5, 7, 9. There you go. C. What statement describes this domain? So the x's are 1 to 3, but it's all of them. So I need the real numbers greater than or equal, not equal, because there's no equal sign there. So I need greater than 1 and less than 3, which is D. And here is function notation. F of x is this. I need the f of 4. The x is now a 4, so 4 is now my input. -6 times 4 minus 2. -24 minus 2, -26. A. This one we already did. A graph whose points are not connected represents discrete data. If there's no space, it's continuous. That was in the purple book. God, nice spelling. Continuous data. When comparing two quantities, what kind of line? A horizontal line. Shows no change. These we already did in the purple book, but no big deal. We'll go over them right now. The first one, what is my domain? That's any x. What can I put there? Can any number be squared, multiplied by 3, and have 4 taken away? Yes. So the x's are everything, all the real numbers. Y must be all the real numbers too, because any number can be squared, multiplied by 3 and taken away 4, and that will get me a result. So this is B. Roller coaster starts 2 meters off the ground, reaches a maximum height of 13. Ride is 4 minutes. So this is my domain. It can go from 0 to 4. This is my range. It can go from 2 to 13. So I look up here, I find 2 to 13 and 0 to 4. It looks like that, but it isn't that one, because you have to have all the real numbers, because there is a height all the time. Okay, so that was E. Number 3. Number 3. Slide down. It's not sliding down, so we'll close it. And we'll reopen it. We'll reopen it. There we go. Here we are. Okay, so we want the domain and range of this one. Domain goes from -2, which it hits, up to positive 3. I lie, positive 4. And the range goes from negative 5 up to, what do you need?
What?
What do you need?
Oh, I was just looking around you.
Oh, okay.
My friends are here.
So the range is negative 2 to 4. Negative 2 to 4. And the domain is negative 5 to 4. So, since it's a continuous line, I need all the real numbers from negative 2 up to 4 inclusive. Now you notice here that doesn't include negative 2, so A is the best answer because it does include negative 2. And then this one is again, hey.
Who are you talking to?
I'm talking to the kids.
Oh, you're recording?
I'm recording.
Oh, sorry. This is Mr. Van B making a cameo.
Yeah, Mr. Van B, special guest star.
Awesome.
See ya.
Are you still recording?
No, well, it doesn't matter. The kids hear all kinds of crap. They hear me disciplining the dog at home, and just let me pause it. All right, we talked about this in class already. We've done this one. So we rode 15 minutes at a constant rate. Then we sped up to a higher rate. And then we turned around and we went home at the higher rate. All right, this one. Function notation, Cx equals mx plus b. So, the cost is going to be at least $3 to rent the shoes. So, plus 3 and $2.50 per game. Is it a function? Yes. That's A. That's B. Yes, because every game gives a different output or cost. And 4 games, C. So if X is games, it's the C of 4. 2.5 times 4 plus 3, 10 plus 3, $13. Initial height of each balloon. So the first balloon is right there. It's at 10 meters. The second balloon is right there, and it's at 30 meters. How fast is each balloon rising? So we need to check. The black one, I'm going to use this point right here. So I went up 30 meters in 2 minutes. Now we don't like 30 and 2. So if we went up 30 meters in 2 minutes, we want this to be 1. So it's going to be 15 meters in 1 minute. And the red one, we can check right here. In 1 minute, we went up 10 meters. So 10 meters per minute. And C, when are they at the same height? Right there where they cross over. And that same height is 55, 70 meters. And finally, the flight from Rome. So what does the graph... I'm not having a seizure. So I know, Mr. DeVries has a toaster oven. He has probably burnt some toast. He does on a fairly regular basis. Yeah.
You know that when you have a stroke, the first person you smell about the smell that you emit?
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah. So like if I was near you and you were having a stroke, I would smell this.
Okay. The graph represents a flight from Toronto to Rome at a constant rate. Hey, Anna. It's A, B, the domain 0 to 9 inclusive, and it's all real numbers. And the domain is 0 included. Oh, these should have been square brackets. Sorry, guys. Square brackets. 0 to 7,200. All real. That's the domain. That's the range. And when I've been flying 3,900 kilometers, I go straight across at 39. And I come down here, and it's about 4. It's B, C, 4 hours. And I think there's one more question on the raffle. 2 more questions. Graph this relation. So the graph A would look like this. Minus 30. There's 10 minus 30. 20, I'm at minus 10. At 30, I'm at plus 10. Plus 10. 40, I'm at plus 30, so I make a nice line like that. So there's the graph. Is it linear? It is linear. Why is it linear? Because I go plus 10, plus 20 every time. The domain is the x's. So the domain is greater than 0. X must be greater than 0. And the range, y, must be greater than negative 50. And E, how much tickets must be sold to break even? Right there. So it's E is 25. And finally, Clark. P is profit, fences. He earns $40 for every fence. Cost of a fence is 16. So it's the P of F, hello, equals $40 per fence minus $16 per fence minus the $6 he spent on brushes. Collect your like terms. The P of F is 24F minus 6. Make a table of values for 0 to 5. 0. This is profit. This is fences. Other way around. Fences, profit. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Negative 6. 18, 42, 66, 90, and $114. How much profit if he makes 15 fences? P of 15 equals 24 times 15 minus 6, which equals $354. And the last one, P of F equals 474, so I got to do 474 equals 24F minus 6, 480 equals 24F, F equals 20 fences, and that's it.
What? It's Thursday, man? No, that's